5-year-old me and geeky man-child me have collided with this Playmobil Aston Martin DB5 and it's wonderful. Let's dive in. Welcome friends, welcome one and all. Blair Ballard, the bon vivant at your service. I hope that you're all in fine form. If this is your first time with us, a very warm and hearty welcome. Now you'll have to excuse me because I've been waiting for this little baby to arrive for so long. I remember playing with Playmobil toys when I was, 5 or 6 years old. We have the cowboys and Indians set, we had the fort, we had the knights with the horses, the construction workers. For a little history, Playmobil was a German company that started way back in the early 70s when a German inventor called Hans Beck pitched an idea to German toy company Brandstätter. He spent 3 years sort of developing his idea for a toy that could easily fit into a child's hand, and he based the face on children's drawings. So you have the large head, no nose, and a big smile. It's been a roaring success, obviously, with over 3 billion toys sold. Now, its a major competitor is Lego, obviously, but while I love Lego because it fuels your imagination, I feel that more recently Lego has, funnily enough, become a bit too constricting. You buy a playset with the exact pieces molded to what you're building instead of using your imagination and a box of odd blocks to build your kind of dream spaceship. Playmobil, on the other hand, always made pieces that were instantly recognizable for what they were. I was tempted to buy the Lego DB5, but when I saw it built, I thought that it was almost sacrilegious. I mean, the sensuous curves of the Aston Martin were utterly lost. Now, more recently, Playmobil have had licensed collaborations with franchised favourites, including Scooby-Doo.
Here we are, gang!
I can't believe the police already have a suspect in custody.
I just hope we can help identify this popcorn thief and end his reign of terror once and for all. Shaggy? Scooby? Are you two coming?
The A-Team. And the Starship Enterprise set from Star Trek, which all look like really great fun. My son recently bought the Back to the Future DeLorean, which has Marty McFly, Doc Brown, Einstein the dog, and it kind of lights up. It even has a sort of flux capacitor and the plutonium fuel rods you can put in the back to fuel the car. But look, without further ado, let's just open this baby up, shall we? Now look, I haven't actually opened the seal yet. Now this can be a bit tricky sometimes. Let's have a look. Okay, we have to open this bit here. Now let's have a look. Whoops. There we go. There we are. When you first open the box, so here we go, we've got all the figures nicely lined up as sort of rogues gallery. We've got Bond obviously in his tux, we've got Goldfinger wearing sort of his hacking jacket, Odd Job, and we've got the henchman who's obviously going to be propelled to stardom very shortly. Let's have a look in the guide. Oh, this is nice. You get a bit of blurb about all the different characters. You've got Bond, obviously, Goldfinger, Odd Job, and the henchman. And then it shows you all the different gadgets that are going to be on the completed car itself. And that's before we even actually get into the construction. So look, let's have a look at the figures themselves. Well, let's have a look. We've got Bond here. He looks very, very obviously like Connery, well, as much as a Playmobil figure can do. He's fully up, sort of bends at the hip, bends at the arm. That was one of the things that that Beck, when he designed the figures for Playmobil, wanted to get. He wanted to make it something that was flexible but not too flexible, so that kids would not lose interest. He's got a nice parting there. He looks, yeah, he doesn't look exactly like Connery, but you get the feel. with Goldfinger. Now I know that he comes with a hat, so we'll put in that later on. He looks like he's got a bit of a dodgy haircut at the moment. And then we have Oddjob himself. Now again, he looks like he's got some sort of Chinese hat on, but he's going to be having his Cambridge, his flat-topped bowler hat, we'll put on him in a minute. And then we have our little henchman. Great stuff. Now let's see what the car, when we bring it out, yeah, you haven't got all the bits and pieces added on. Unlike Lego, which means you have to do everything, when you've got something from Playmobil, obviously you have to do a little bit of work, but it's nice to have a proper sensuous shape of the car here. Yeah, much better than the Lego version, if you ask me. So look, here we go. Now let's see, I think all the bits and pieces are in here. So what I'll do is I'll bring out all the bags. We'll cut to when I've actually brought out all the bags and we can see what's in each little sack. First things first, okay, we can take out various pieces. We have here, let's have a look, we have some gold bars. There's a lot of gold here. I'm going to pop that in the boot, I think. So you've got 8 bars of gold in total. Right, we've got Goldfinger's flat cap, very cool. Let's move this a bit closer to me so you can see what's going on. So here we go. We've got Goldfinger in his flat cap, looking very dapper. Let's put Oddjob's infamous flat-topped bowler hat on, obviously steel-rimmed. We've got some binoculars for Bond to wear, which I will fit onto him later on, because obviously he scopes out Auric Enterprises in Switzerland. We'll put those together later on. Now here we've got, these are quite interesting, these are spats that the henchman wears. And if you see in the film, they're wearing spats. It's quite a nice little touch for him to be wearing them as well. But there we go. Right, now let's crack on. So next time we've got to put on the wheels. Now this, let's see how they look. Let's have a look. Oh wow, lots to go on here. Right, so these go in here like so. Let's have a look. Exciting stuff. Here we are. Right, so these all can come out and go in. Now let's see, they go underneath here. Let's have a look. So they clip on like that. It's all very, very straightforward. And obviously this has taken me about 4 minutes. So it's, I mean, I know some people really enjoy the Lego side of things and taking hours and hours and hours and really getting into it. For me, I prefer this and the look is better, I think. So this for me is, you know, less frustrating, let's say. Let's pop that in there. And as you can see, it's already really starting to take shape. Right, now what's next in here? We have to open up number 3. Ah, this is all the little bits and the lights. Right, what have we got here? Okay, we've got the headlamps. Let's put that on the floor. So we've got the lamp. Okay, these go on. Oh, those are the bumpers. These are the wing mirrors here. Is that right? They should be the other way around, shouldn't it? That should be over there. These are a bit on the delicate side. I really don't want to push these in too far. There we go. That's better. Brilliant. Now we have now these are the overriders. Obviously, they weren't actually used in the film, but they were on the Corgi toys. The bumper overriders. Let's make sure we get these in the right place. So they go in there. Yep, they actually come in and out, so they actually do mimic the ones used on the Corgi toy. So normally they're flush, but they can be extended if you want to ram somebody off the road if some henchman's chasing you. Same goes for the ones on the back. Let's just see, here we go. There we are. See, it's so much easier. I do love the fact that it's so easy to do. Now let's get these lights in the right order. I think we are orange on top. Let's have a look. Then red. And then white at the bottom here. The clear ones. Okay, and I think the last piece on here, we've got the covers for the machine guns. Oh, yep, they go right over there now. Oh, the machine guns are so cool. So they just cover up there. I don't think those will be fooling anybody in real life, but here we are. There we go. We're really, really making progress here. Right, last, so you can see obviously here as well, that's so cool, they've got the door. This is the ejector seat here. Now let's see, I think the last bits are in this section here. We'll have a close-up of the car, but the interior, but it really is really well detailed. Let's have a look what we've got in here. This is pack number 4. Okay, now this piece here I think helps with the ejector seat mechanism. Now let's see, which way does it go in? I think it goes in here. Where are we? Oh, hang on. That's more like it. That's more like it. Yeah. It's got a click in there. Okay, now let's put our henchman into the seat and see if this little baby can fly. Where are we? Okay, henchman in place, roof in place. Let's see what happens. Way! That's priceless. Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Sorry, James. Right, now, last thing, we've got to put the number plates on as well. The rotating, revolving number plates. Let me put the seat back in. 1 second. Right, so let's have a look. We've obviously got the Swiss number plates. Finally, I've got sausage fingers and I finally managed to get all the number plates on in the right order and the right way up, more importantly. But if you've got young kids, it might be a little fiddly, so you might have to give them a hand. I know that I probably needed a hand as well. Right, so let's fit that one on there. Let's see, they rotate really nicely. We'll get a close-up of that, but it's quite fun. Here we go. Let's look on the back as well. So you've got the BMT, and then you've got the Swiss number plate, the last one there as well, but they flick around. That's so cool. Right, so I've got all the stickers and all of the bits and pieces attached now. So it really does look like the finished article, looks the business in my book. Some of the bits and pieces were a bit fiddly, so if you've got really young kids, you might want to give them a hand with that so they don't get too frustrated. But let's have a walk around the car as it is. So at the front, we've got machine guns here behind the lights, which are super cool. I'll pop that back on there. You've got the battering ram sort of overrider bumpers there if you want to ram your enemies off the road. You've got the number plate that rotates, which is just super cool. Let's leave it on the BMT, which is obviously the classic. You've got nice little details here. Obviously, you've got the tire shredders can come out there, which is just so cool. They spin around as well a little bit with the wheels. Moving back, we haven't seen this yet, but we've got the bulletproof screen that comes up. It's got some nice little bullet damage features on there as well. The rotating number plate at the back as well. It's just gorgeous. And of course, the old ejector seat is going to be plenty of fun at Christmas time. We'll have a nice shot of the interior of the car. I think it's really, really beautifully done. You've got the wooden steering wheel. You've got the little satellite homing tracker in there. You've got the red ejector button on the gear stick. It's all really beautifully done, and it's tough. I think kids will have a real trouble trying to break any of the things on here. It's much more rough and ready than the Lego would be, obviously. One thing as I was making this, I was just curious, thinking about how my friends in the States will pronounce the company, because I always remember them saying in Jason Bourne that he's gone mobile. So are my friends in America going to say it's Playmobil? Now look, this Playmobil DB5 is for kids and grown-up kids like me alike. Now whilst some may have thought that it might have been more relevant for the audience to make the DB5 from No Time to Die and have like Daniel Craig and Madeline Swan and some of the bad guys and have sort of mini guns behind the headlamps, and because the younger audiences might not really have seen Goldfinger, so who's it really for? Now, you could just buy this to show off in a display case, but honestly, where's the fun in that? I mean, you could buy this for your kids or your grandkids, but trust me, buy one for yourself and have a play when the wife and kids are out. Did I really just say that? It sounds really dodgy. It will bring out the man-child in you and put a huge big grin on your face though. It's just a slice of pure joy. Now on that bombshell, if you've liked this video, please hit those like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications so you'll know when the next film drops. But for now, this has been Man-Child Blair Ballard with a huge big cheesy grin on my face. For the Bon Vivant, bidding you a very Bond farewell. Stay safe, my very good friends. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please consider hitting that subscriber button. We'd really like to hit that landmark 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. If you haven't checked out the other videos we've done, please do check them out. I think you find them quite fun. But for now, stay safe and we'll see you next time.